The tragic capsizing of a whale-watching vessel in Tofino has raised the question as to whether or not wearing life jackets should be mandatory on all watercraft. Currently, having enough life jackets for the number of passengers on board, including a percentage of child-size vests, is sufficient. And as Don Pretty, president of Boating BC, says, he thinks legislation is not necessarily the answer.
We encourage life jacket or PFD use on all boats, certainly all recreational boats, but we don't really believe that trying to mandate that is the right way to go. We believe education is the best approach.
Britty adds that the capsized vessel in Tofino was a certified passenger boat, meaning a different type of life jacket called a keyhole life jacket is required to be stored on that type of vessel, one that tends to be uncomfortable to wear and bulky. Lindsay Howe, Evolution 1079 News. The Ambleside Skate Park sits in a picturesque location right on West Vancouver's waterfront, but the skate park itself, not so picturesque. The 20-year-old structure is starting to show its age, prompting the District of West Vancouver to pass a motion to offer the project $75,000 to improve the park, coming from their Youth Activity Fund. The fund was created many years ago from proceeds of crime, and as City Councillor Marianne Booth says, it's a small investment to ensure youth have activities available to them locally.
We don't have a bowling alley anymore. We don't have a movie theater. They go to the mall. There's lots of sports fields, which is great. But this is particularly important for young boys.
The new skate park, which will be funded by the district along with local donors, should be completed by summer 2016. Lindsay Howe, Evolution 1079 News. Have you taught your kids when it's appropriate to call 911? Marilyn Oberg with BC Emergency Services says it's an important conversation to have, both to avoid wasting police resources and to ensure they know how to act in an emergency.
Oftentimes there's one person in the family who ends up being very capable, and then everybody else says, oh, well, dad knows all that, or mom knows all that. But what if mom or dad are the people that require some help?
Oberg suggests role-playing with your children to teach them how to identify an emergency. Lindsay Howe, News 1130. The Toronto Blue Jays hit the diamond tomorrow for their last game against the Texas Rangers. This is the first time the Jays have made the playoffs in 22 years. And as Alana McIntyre with The Pine says, the Jays bandwagon has translated into big business with about 150 people coming to watch the last game.
It's a bit of a bandwagon town, I think, but it's kind of exciting to see people being excited about baseball I feel like Vancouver isn't really a baseball town, but it's definitely caught on with everyone.
The victorious team will advance to the American League Championship Series against the winner of the Kansas City Royals and Houston Astros series. Lindsay Howe, Evolution 1079 News. It's Crime Prevention Week in BC, and the Burnaby campus of BCIT is no stranger to crime. Adrian Hingston with BCIT Safety and Security describes the campus as a city within a city and says he sees a number of different crimes happen here, including property crime, thefts of students and staff's belongings, as well as car break-ins. Hingston says there's a number of things people can do to protect themselves from these types of crime.
The biggest thing that I feel that students can do is be aware of their surroundings, trust their intuition, and keep their personal belongings on themselves at all times.
Hingston warns theft typically spikes at the beginning of new semesters. Lindsay Howe, Evolution 1079 News.